we will either find a way or we will make one.
Hannibal Barca, one of history's most formidable military leaders, is renowned for his incredible ability to overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles. The famous quote attributed to him, "We will either find a way or we will make one," resonates through time as a powerful reflection of human determination and ingenuity. This Carefree Sloth video explores the enduring significance of Hannibal's words and how they can serve as a guiding principle for overcoming challenges in our modern world, driving personal growth, fostering innovation, and cultivating resilience in the face of adversity. Hannibal was born in 247 BCE in Carthage, a city-state located in present-day Tunisia. Growing up in a time of intense rivalry between Carthage and Rome, he developed into one of the greatest military tacticians in history. At just 29 years old, he took command of the Carthaginian army and launched one of the most audacious military campaigns ever undertaken. His journey across the Alps, with tens of thousands of soldiers and war elephants, stands as a testament to his unmatched perseverance and strategic brilliance. This daring act epitomizes the essence of Hannibal's quote, "Facing seemingly impossible odds, he chose to find or create a way to reach Italy, overcoming the unforgiving terrain." In today's fast-paced and complex world, innovation often arises from the necessity to solve problems in ways that have never been done before. Hannibal's quote encapsulates the mindset that drives innovation. When faced with a problem that lacks a clear solution, the only viable option is to create a new path forward. Entrepreneurs, scientists, and leaders constantly confront challenges that seem insurmountable. The success of individuals like Elon Musk, who built SpaceX to disrupt the aerospace industry, or Marie Curie, who overcame societal barriers to make groundbreaking contributions to science, reflects the essence of Hannibal's words. They did not wait for opportunities, they forged their own. On a personal level, "We will either find a way or we will make one," is a mantra for empowerment. Everyone encounters challenges, be it emotional struggles, career setbacks, or personal losses. However, the difference between those who stagnate and those who succeed lies in their mindset. A fixed mindset sees obstacles as insurmountable, whereas a growth mindset views them as challenges to be solved. The quote urges individuals to adopt the latter approach. For instance, a student who struggles in a subject might give up, thinking they are simply not capable, while another might take the time to seek new study methods, ask for help, or explore alternative resources. The latter, inspired by Hannibal's spirit, chooses to create their own way through the challenge. Fear, a significant barrier to progress, often prevents people from taking risks or pursuing their dreams. Hannibal's crossing of the Alps, though fraught with uncertainty and danger, was a choice to act despite fear. The quote, therefore, is not just about problem solving, it is about embracing courage. In modern society, success is often glamorized, but the discomfort and uncertainty that precede success are rarely highlighted. By adopting Hannibal's philosophy, we learn that fear and failure should not deter us, but instead signal that we are on the right path, attempting something worthy of effort. Embracing this perspective fosters courage and resilience, qualities essential for personal growth. Leadership in the modern world also benefits from Hannibal's approach. Effective leaders must be adaptable, decisive, and able to innovate when faced with unforeseen challenges. In times of crisis, it is not enough to wait for a solution. Leaders must create one. The COVID-19 pandemic serves as a modern example of this principle. Businesses quickly transitioned to remote work, schools implemented online learning, and healthcare systems adapted to new methods of care. These responses did not follow an established blueprint. They were created on the spot by leaders embodying Hannibal's philosophy of making a way when none appeared. Many individuals resist change, clinging to the idea that things should return to normal. However, progress often requires reinvention. Refusing to adapt to new circumstances can result in stagnation, as seen in the case of Kodak, which failed to embrace the digital age and ultimately lost its market dominance. In contrast, Netflix reinvented itself multiple times, transitioning from a DVD rental service to a streaming giant and eventually producing original content. This ability to adapt and innovate reflects the modern application of Hannibal's ethos, creating new paths to success rather than clinging to outdated ways. Hannibal's quote also resonates deeply with the challenges faced by young people today. They live in a world filled with unprecedented challenges, from climate change to mental health struggles, economic uncertainty, and the pressures of social media. Teaching young people to embrace perseverance, creativity, and resilience is more important than ever. Rather than focusing solely on memorization and rote learning, modern education should encourage critical thinking and problem-solving skills. By fostering a mindset that views challenges as opportunities for growth, educators can help students develop the tools to navigate an unpredictable world. From a spiritual and philosophical standpoint, the idea of creating a path where none exists aligns with several wisdom traditions. In Buddhism, the Noble Eightfold Path is not a predefined route, but a guide that encourages individuals to walk their own journey with mindfulness and integrity. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of responding to external events with virtue and resilience. Even in Taoism, where followers are encouraged to flow with the Tao, there is a recognition that sometimes one must creatively adapt to the moment in order to remain in harmony. Hannibal's words, while originating in a military context, echo the same underlying principles of inner strength and purposeful action found in these philosophies. The quote, "We will either find a way or we will make one," is not simply a relic from ancient history. It is a timeless principle that transcends time, culture, and discipline. It challenges the tendency to wait passively for circumstances to change and encourages proactive action. In a world that often feels uncertain and overwhelming, this quote serves as a reminder that we are not powerless. When the road ahead is unclear, we can build a new one. When doors are closed, we can find another way in. When no map exists, we can create our own direction. In conclusion, Hannibal's words remind us that we are capable of achieving extraordinary things. The challenges we face, whether in our personal lives, careers, or communities, are not insurmountable. Hannibal's crossing of the Alps was not an easy task, nor was it the most obvious path, but his belief in the possibility of success led him to carve his own way. As we face our own obstacles, let us remember that we have the power to create new paths forward. The way forward is not always provided. Sometimes it must be made. He also left behind the famous saying, "It is not through numbers that victory is achieved, but through strategy." Hannibal Barca, born in 247 BCE in Carthage, now modern-day Tunisia, is remembered as one of the greatest military minds in history. His name alone struck fear into the hearts of Romans for generations, not only because of his military achievements, but also because of his fierce determination and strategic genius. From a young age, Hannibal was immersed in the world of warfare, largely shaped by his father, Hannibal Barca, a renowned Carthaginian general. At the age of 9, Hannibal swore an oath to his father to forever be an enemy of Rome, a promise that would guide the course of his life and career. Hannibal's military training prepared him to lead with unmatched brilliance. He didn't just follow in his father's footsteps, he carved his own legacy, achieving feats that seemed impossible. Perhaps his most famous and daring act was his march across the Alps. In 218 BCE, he led a vast army, including war elephants, over the treacherous mountain range in the dead of winter, a feat that many thought was impossible. Thousands of men and animals perished along the way, but Hannibal's resolve remained unbroken. He was determined to bring the fight directly to Rome, proving that with courage and tenacity, no obstacle was insurmountable. Hannibal's tactical genius was most famously displayed at the Battle of Cannae in 216 BCE, where he faced a Roman force nearly twice the size of his own. Through masterful tactics, Hannibal was able to encircle and decimate the Roman army, delivering one of the most crushing defeats in Roman history. His ability to outmaneuver his enemies with unconventional strategies made him a legend, and his approach is still studied in military academies around the world today. But Hannibal's legacy extends beyond his battlefield victories. His mindset and approach to challenges were what truly set him apart. His famous quote, "We will either find a way or we will make one," encapsulates the essence of his character. Hannibal didn't wait for ideal conditions or easy paths. If the road ahead was blocked, he created his own way. This relentless drive and refusal to accept defeat make his story resonate even today. Although we may not face the same monumental challenges as Hannibal, we all encounter personal battles, obstacles that seem too high or problems that appear unsolvable. Hannibal's life teaches us that with creativity, courage, and determination, we can overcome even the most daunting of hurdles. Despite his military genius, Hannibal was never able to conquer Rome completely. After years of brilliant campaigns, his efforts were eventually thwarted by shifting political circumstances and a lack of support from Carthage, forcing him to retreat. Yet even in defeat, Hannibal's legend endured. Romans continued to fear his presence long after he was gone. With parents warning their children, Hannibal is at the gates. In the end, Hannibal chose to take his own life rather than face capture, maintaining his independence and pride to the very end. More than 2,000 years later, Hannibal's name still evokes admiration for his relentless determination, strategic brilliance, and ability to create a path where none existed. His story reminds us all that with unwavering resolve, courage, and ingenuity, we too can make our own way through the challenges we face.
Thanks for watching. Life is a journey, so take it slow, be mindful, and enjoy the moment. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more wisdom and relaxation. Stay peaceful, and I'll see you next time.